They idolize war and they think it's so cool. Just like we do. People killing each other, that's so cool. Oh my god. You know, people saying they wish they were isekai and oh my god, they wish they could live in a medieval world. But in reality, once you're there and people start dying, and you're in danger, then it's like, oh fuck. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Vinland Saga, Episode 2. I got my energy drink, I got my axes. Now previously, on Episode 1, we were introduced to the family of our main character. Our main character being Thorfinn, I believe, the kid, the little shit, for now. The father, Thors, escaped, purposefully, basically deserted, like a goddamn coward, and escaped a war zone to start a family and a farm, I guess. Or like a little town, I guess. Little village. Village, yeah. Town is kind of a bigger thing, right? So, little village. He and his wife, Helga, had 2 children. We were introduced to the family and, you know, how they live. We were also introduced to this guy who, like, told stories, but I didn't catch his name yet. And then they rescued a runaway slave, which then brought, of course, the slave owners to find him, and they managed to bargain for the slave's life by giving away 8 sheep, which, honestly, kind of a bad idea. It was a good introductory episode nonetheless. Now again, I will say that I saw the first 3 episodes years ago, when they did the whole, like, you know, releasing 3 episodes at the same time, but I don't really remember anything about the story or anything about the characters much at all, so it is what it is, but I might be reminded of some things as we go along the first 3 episodes. In any case, let's just get to episode 2 of Vinland Saga. Northumbria, Northern England, Viking site.
It was a Saturday.
Oh, cheeks.
Vikings always bathed on that day. The English were aware of this weekly custom and decided they should exploit it.
Oh, jeez.
The king has commanded us to eliminate them all!
I mean, as much as I love naked women, you know, in this situation, it's a little much.
The battlefield went that way. Valhalla, where I can eat meat every single day. You aren't allowed to enter Valhalla unless you're a really brave warrior.
I guess they do have Valhalla. Last episode, I thought maybe Vinland was their version of Valhalla.
I wonder if my mother and sister...
I still think that, actually.
I hope so.
Might be some mythical land that they've never seen. Like the One Piece, right?
Did they get you, Thorfinn? Dying on the snow's a good way to catch a cold, you know. I take a load of wool and furs and exchange it for things like wine.
Think I could come with you?
Oh no, I'm not a babysitter. There isn't enough room.
Jerk. I won't care if your ship gets stuck in a sheet of ice.
I want to make the trade before the end of the year. We're going to celebrate the birth of Christ back in my homeland, and to do that, we need some wine.
Dude, I think being a trader back in those days was, like, insanely dangerous.
Find some right here in this village, but I guess I was wrong. Can you go and pass on a message to your father for me?
Huh?
A warship has arrived.
Oh, shit. This reminds me of, Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know? When they arrive.
And have been waiting like that ever since.
Thor's the troll. Do you think that could mean our Thors?
Not sure, but those are definitely warriors, not some amateurs.
Yom's Viking warriors, I stand before you.
Oh wow, they all bowed their heads to him.
You've traveled far, and now it seems you've found me. Right, Floki?
We haven't seen each other since the Norway campaign, have we, Thors? It surprises me to find you hiding here at the end of the Earth.
State your business, Floki.
Of course, but first give us permission to land. They staged a surprise attack while the people of the village were bathing. The English set upon them and slaughtered them all. The men, women, and children of Danelaw. And among those killed, there was also a noblewoman named Gunhilda, sister of Sweyn, the king of Denmark. Revenge for his fallen kin. This provides King Sweyn with a solid excuse. A massive battle is about to begin soon. It's time for us warriors to shine.
Battle? Shh.
The Jomsvikings will ally with Denmark when the fighting kicks off. And then by spring, the invasion of England will begin in earnest.
Wait, was that the thing? Was that the reason why they leave? Like, he doesn't want to, but this guy, this Floki guy, like, I don't want to say inspires, but like kind of, you know, goads the younger generation of this village to like take up arms and like join this guy, and then he goes along to like try to help protect them or something. That makes sense, I guess.
Do as you so choose. This is a village.
I'm not gonna lie, like you know, the thing he said about, you know, Prince, you know, Denmark, King of Denmark, blah blah blah, right? I kind of went in one ear and out the other. Definitely didn't remember any of that.
At the edge of the world, we aren't concerned with any kingdoms that lie beyond the North Sea.
Well, I'm afraid that just won't do. Sigvaldi gave us a direct order. We're to gather up the entire fleet at Jomsborg, without exception. Do you understand? It doesn't even matter if there are those who were deserters.
Deserters?
Jomsvikings' captain, Thors the Troll. This war on the horizon is one in which you too will fight. Understand this. Sigvaldi's giving you this great opportunity out of his own goodwill. After you disappeared 15 years ago, you've been honored with the chance to return to the battlefront. Overlooking everything, he's still prepared to do this favor for you. That's how badly our leader wants to rely on the combat skills of Thors the Troll again. You've changed so much I barely recognize the Thors I once knew. Or could it be that this place has changed you? Nice village.
Little thing I want to mention real quick. I really like how they are doing the lighting in the shot. Like, for instance, right, while they were talking, right, I completely thought that it was kind of nighttime. Like, they skipped to the nighttime, and now they're like hanging out and talking, right? Because obviously, you know, they don't have like lights. They have homes without any lights, and then they have like a fire going, and that's the only lighting that they have. When they cut to this here, I was like, wait, it's still like completely light out. Like, oh my god. But it makes so much sense, right? The inside, like, they would probably have these houses, you know, hopefully like well insulated and like well made to be like to hold in heat and everything. So it's like very, you know, there's no holes, there's no obvious big windows open or anything because it's fucking winter time, right? So it's like obviously it would be super dark inside the building without any lamps or anything like that. So obviously they would have a fire going, and so the lighting just kind of makes sense. Usually in a lot of modern anime, they don't really give a shit or that much of a shit about the lighting.
Children seem happy. Guess they're far removed from the suffering of war here at the edge of the world.
So did you hear that? A war! Awesome. This will be my first
War,
time.
awesome! Oh
I
my
sailed
god.
all the way across the ocean just to invite Thors to rejoin their army. Your old man is really something.
I wonder if they...
Yeah, I'm guessing this is gonna be one of those hard lessons to learn. They idolize war and they think it's so cool. just like we do, right? We look at these shows and we, look at these stories where, oh, it's all kind of cool action and cool war and like cool people killing each other. That's so cool. Oh my god. People saying they wish they were isekai and oh my god, they wish they could live in a medieval world. But in reality, once you're there and people start dying, and you're in danger, then it's like, oh fuck, I wish this never happened. Not to bring up Attack on Titan, because I do that a lot, but and it's not even my favorite show, by the way. But even in Attack on Titan as well, right? You have Eren, who was young, and them idolizing the scouts, and then once they become the scouts, they realize like, oh my god, like, no fucking wonder all of them were always depressed when they returned.
Pretty sure you're too weak to go. You're kidding, right? Only the
It's the classic. It's just a classic.
Sorry.
You realize I'm not a child running an errand. If you tell me that you're not willing to join us in this upcoming battle, then I can't fulfill my orders and our leader's reputation will be tarnished. And if that happens, we won't be able to go back empty-handed. You understand, don't you?
They're a mercenary army out of Yamspor, which is a port city in Wendland. Who would have ever thought Thors was to be one of their members?
Are they strong?
Yes, indeed. So strong, in fact, that the king of Wendland himself is unable to collect taxes from them. They're proud of being the mightiest force in the Northern Sea.
Withdraw! Back to the ship! Let's go!
Hear me, villagers! I am Floki of the Jomsvikings. At the orders of my master, I came to this land to ask the hero Thors Snorrisson to join us. He has agreed and has answered our great leader's request by promising to provide one warship for our cause. Let those who have what it takes follow him and come with us to Jomsborg before we go to war. We'll soon meet on the battlefield. Off to war!
Yeah.
That's amazing!
It's been decades.
The battle!
Yeah, it's like the older generation who knows are not celebrating. Yeah. I mean, that's just the cycle of life, right? Or at least in this time period. The young generation thinks war is, to be glorified and stuff like that. Then they go to war, they manage to survive, and then they're the next generation of like, oh, dude, war is so bad and we should not be celebrating war. And then they will see the next generation once again glorifying war and fighting and so on and so forth. You will never explain or teach the younger generation not to be glorifying war. You just can't teach someone. I mean, sometimes maybe in certain situations, or depending on the person, I suppose, make them understand that war and killing people is just not a good idea, right? But again, it depends on the person, and in time periods like this, they're so fucking bored most of the time that fighting and craving that excitement is basically the only thing they can do. So
I realized that I'd grown sick of it. To kill or be killed. So I ran away from a life of war. I thought I'd disguised my death fairly well, but it appears I was wrong.
Couldn't you do it again?
If I fled, they'd retaliate against the village. Jomsviking law never forgives deserters.
unless of course you're super talented and skilled,
The time has finally come.
then they might forgive your deserting. God, Yeah, this is why I think I'm starting to understand why I didn't like the kid, at least in the first 3 episodes, because even back then, years ago when this first started coming out, I was like, why are you trying to glorify war, kid? Like, it's bad, it's a bad thing. Stop. Oh yeah, and this guy's a fucking dumb fuck as well, by the way.
I feel better already.
I'd imagine that guy's gonna die.
That's for certain. Everyone sure loves a war.
Okay, that's enough, Thorfinn! Go, surround him! I got him! Did you see me spear him right in the back? Hey, you should be dead, Thorfinn! You just got killed! You have to follow the rules! Yeah, that's right!
There are no rules on the battlefield.
Do you mean I get the whole set?
That gear was passed down from your grandfather, so make him proud.
Ari,
Huh? Whoa!
you're looking good.
Hey, just check mine out.
They're all dead.
You could cut off somebody's head
100% they're all dead.
Stroke.
That thing is enormous.
Spears are the best weapons by far.
Oh, you want to fight about it?
They're all fucking dead.
You need to stop tossing your things all over the place. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, no fucking wonder I didn't like this kid.
Not that.
Just kind of annoying, you know? Children just always fucking annoying.
Now, making a mess in the storage too. Where do we keep the weapons? What are you talking about? I just need to find a real weapon. Cause if I had one.
Why do
So you're thinking that if you had an actual one, you could become a warrior and go with Father on his ship? I think you ought to give it up. You're wasting your time. A little kid like you would never.
Where's the lock, bro?
So pretty.
Oh my god, so pretty. That's good.
Ilva? What is it?
That's good. Grabbing it by the hand and immediately, like, drawing blood. Basically showing that this is a weapon to hurt other people with. You know? This is not some sort of, like, children's toy. You know, I think it almost reminds me of, like many of you, I'm sure, I've gone to shoot a gun, right? And I think the first time when I first held, like, a real loaded weapon, I had this moment where I thought to myself, this is a weapon that, you know, if you were to just shoot somebody, this will probably kill them. Like, instantly. It's that easy. You just aim and you pull the trigger. Bang! And it's just... And the gun shot so easily as well. Right? You could easily shoot, like, multiple times in a row. Like, just bang, 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 bang. Right? It's like... And you're... Like, every shot you take, that one shot could easily kill a person. Like, you immediately start understanding the seriousness of a lethal weapon. Honestly, in this situation, I think they definitely did this well. Where, you know, he grabs the weapon and immediately, like squeezes the blade to draw blood, and it's like, you know, it's like the perfect way to show
Thorfinn,
that this is a...
a sword is a tool meant to kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you need it? Whose life do you intend to take?
Enemies.
What enemies? Right? All of them are just like you. Also, I really don't like the thing that, you know, some people say where it's like, oh, you know, my sword is to protect my friends. You know, I defend. My sword is for defense. It's like, shut the fuck up. A sword is meant to kill. It is an attacking weapon. You don't defend with a sword. You defend with a shield. A sword is meant to be used for attacking. Right? You can parry, sure, but like, you can also parry with, I don't know, a pole, a stick, You know, like you can parry with a shield, you can parry with anything else. But a sword is sharp for a reason, right? To cut.
Your enemies? Who are they?
Well, bad guys like Halfdan.
Listen to me, my son.
The problem here is he's 6 years old. He doesn't understand shit.
You don't have enemies. The truth is that nobody has them. Nobody in this entire world deserves to get hurt.
Well, maybe some people.
No, I think you're wrong about that. Besides, Father, aren't you going to war tomorrow? You plan on killing your enemies, not a baby. And
Yeah, you are.
telling me the truth. I know what's really happening.
Thorfinn!
Yeah, no wonder I didn't like this kid when I first saw this. One of the things that I specifically remembered about the first 3 episodes was I didn't like the kid.
Faint wind from the northwest, and the ocean is calm now. Odin seems to be in fair spirits this morning. Rather good omens for our departure.
Yes.
You're all talk.
Me?
Well, here we go. Christian monk, if you dodge it, I'm gonna kill you. Hey, I saw that priest! Dodging bastard! Maybe you're just bad at it.
Hey, what's the matter, Yams Vikings? Why don't you guys come have a drink with us? Well, don't they have good manners?
Just forget it. Maybe cheap booze isn't to their liking.
How many points do I get for the legs?
Your men are totally devoid of class as usual. Hey, Askeladd.
The warriors don't
Ah, yes, I've heard people talk about this character.
Let's get down to business, shall we? Because as for my men and I, we're bored to tears waiting in the middle of nowhere like this.
5 pounds of gold, as we agreed. But you won't get any of it unless it's in exchange for his corpse. You can have your way with his ship and any cargo you come across. Just be sure that Thors is dead.
Oh, so he's being led into a trap, huh? So that's how it goes. War seems to be on the horizon, and all the young people in this village are very gung-ho about going to war. I'd imagine most of them are gonna die. I think I remember where this is heading. You know, they set sail, the kid takes the dagger, hides in the ship, and then they get ambushed, and then that's where the third episode ends. Or maybe I think maybe Thors gets stabbed in front of the kid or something. I don't remember, but I know that Thors is probably gonna die, and I wouldn't be surprised if this Askeladd guy is the one to kill him, because I have heard a lot about this character, as in like people love this guy, like as a villain, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the guy that kills Thors, and then you know, Mr. Thorfinn, the fucking kid, wants to revenge. He grows up and then eventually goes to fight him. Or something. It's just kind of annoying to see, you know? Like, I've always been the type of person who kind of... I've never thought violence is cool, necessarily. I've always preferred shows where characters talk more than they fight. And then if there is a fight, the fight happens after the talk, right? Or, like, there's a good reason why the fight is happening. Never been a fan of, like, pointless warring. It's just kind of stupid to me. And seeing, like, kids, seeing, like, these, you know, seeing these kids in the show being like, oh my god, yeah, war, whoa, let's kill people. It's like, bruh. But yeah, this fucking shit, bro. Like, this little fucking kid, bro. Like, unfortunately, if I were to say a negative about the show, is that they're definitely not setting their main character up to be likable. Again, I don't know what Thorfinn is going to be like when he grows up, but for now, like, it is what it is, right? He's just a fucking dumb fuck kid, you know? Not much else to say about that one. My favorite character is still the sister. I think this... I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna have that opinion for the entire show, where I'm gonna be like, yeah, Thorfinn's kind of cool, but like, I think the sister would make a much better main character. I feel like the sister, Ylva, is just... she's like the perfect protagonist. You know, she's kind, helpful, she's, I would say, built, you know. She's the daughter of Thors, right? She could have also learned to fight. I feel like Ylva is just the much better choice for main character. But again, you know, I have not seen, as I said, I have not seen Thorfinn as an adult yet, so maybe he's badass, I don't know. But I guess we'll see. I definitely liked how he, like, you know, how he grabbed the knife, the dagger, and then specifically, like, grabbed it, you know, and squeezed to draw blood, to show that, you know, this is a blade, this is a weapon for killing people and hurting people. We're definitely going down the path of learning the hard lesson that, you know, killing people is never good. And I wouldn't be surprised that as we go through the episodes and the story goes forward and Thorfinn grows up, he starts to learn, slowly but surely, but maybe by the end of the show, that, you know, his father was right. That war and killing people is always just kind of, it's almost always shit. But as for now, Thorfinn's still kind of annoying. Thors is trying his best, but it's no use. The child is too stubborn and dumb, unfortunately. As are all children. This guy, 100% dead. I think most of these, you know, young men are dead, most likely. And all of them who go with them on that journey. Maybe one of them might survive, but I think most of them are going to be dead. But I suppose we shall see in the next episode if the ambush is going to be successful and how successful it's going to be. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of Vinland Saga. All I know is people have talked about Askeladd and that Thorfinn ends up being a little bit badass when he grows up. I haven't heard anything about the sister, so I'm a little bit kind of worried or, you know, saddened that the sister probably is not going to be a big character. Maybe she's going to be around, but unfortunately I think she's not going to be like a major big character. Like, I'm hoping that the sister is going to be about as big of a character as like Levi in Attack on Titan, right? Like someone who is still there. She's not the main character, but she's still going to be there, right? Because 100% I think the sister is definitely the best character for now. We haven't really seen anyone else other than Thorfinn, who has been kind of annoying, and Thors, who's probably going to die. So we're gonna have to get to know more characters, I believe. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.